On the list, I know we're going to play a great opponent next week, and they're going to be a really physical game. And for us, is how can we get healthy? How can we put together a great game plan and go out and execute?
A lot of guys did get banged up out there today. Three offensive linemen left the game, I think it was. I don't know if you were counting like we were, but
no, I wasn't counting. I knew there was a bunch of them, but for us, it's the next guy up, and let's go play football.
Do you think the cold was that aggravating? Grabbing the ball, gripping the ball in the cold. It's different than the summer for sure.
Yeah, for us, I really didn't think it was a factor. I stayed pretty warm all game. The heaters are pretty good there on the sideline, and I think guys did a good job of still trying to play fast. I think when it's a little colder, the game's a little bit slower. I think from the skill guys, but for us, I think it was no factor at all.
How difficult is it through three centers in a game?
Yeah, that's tough. That can kind of get on you mentally. A little bit worried there, but our guys did a good job. Really, we've been working with Cade a little bit, and Jamari for him to come in and do a really good job. Jamari's a lefty, unlike the other two, which is a little bit scary. But I think it just comes down to work and the reps we've done throughout camp and throughout this fall, and I think it's just kind of all come together for us.
Jake, you guys had to play without Lawrence for a game and a half already this season, and then another half now. How much does that hurt the offense to be missing him out there?
Yeah, he's a really good playmaker for us and our offense, big key in our offense. And when he's not out there, things might be a little bit different. But really hoping that he can be out there for us, next week and for him to get healthy.
When Cade had that bad snap, offensive linemen don't drop balls and have performance issues typically. How do you make sure he doesn't have things go to his head real quick on stuff like that?
Yeah, for him, it's just when we have his back. I'm going to do everything I can to obviously catch the ball, next time. And
you think that was on you, or?
A little bit of both. I think there's always a little bit of gray area there, and I got to do a better job of catching the ball for sure. And for him, it's just knowing we believe in him. Hey, go out and make the play, and I know you'll get better next time.
Did you think this game was going to be like this, a big fight, a week after the high of Florida, and then you come in here and you got to grind it out?
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a fight. Missouri's a really good football team. They play really physical on defense. They knew their kind of style of defense is to try to suffocate the offense, and at times they kind of did that on us, but we did a good job of making sure we hit our plays, hit our big shots on the outside, and that's what we needed to do.
Jake, how was the last touchdown pass? That was tough to be called back to Pickens. How soon did you know it was probably coming back?
I got about halfway down the field, and when you kind of look at the sideline, everybody's kind of like not really kind of cheering, so to speak. Something's probably a little bit up, and you look behind you and you see a little yellow flag on the ground, and it's a kind of a sucky feeling. It really is to hit a big play, a check that we've been kind of talked about all week, to kind of go out and execute the check the way we did. That's just textbook perfect, and for it to come back, that's kind of heartbreaking.
It seemed like Missouri's secondary sort of settled into the game after that first series. What was challenging about them and their looks as it went on?
Yeah, they're big and physical, and they can run really well, and did a good job staying with our guys for a little while. And sooner or later, we're just going to make a play on offense, and that's kind of what happened. We made plays when we needed to.
What's the challenge of three centers? That's kind of a rarity.
Yeah, that's tough. We've been kind of working with Cade, a lot during the fall, just to make sure, because we know he is our number two, and Jamari, have to go back to fall camp, for those reps with Jamari, but Jamari did a good job. We got on the same page. Jamari's also left-handed, so that can be definitely a little change too, but we did a good job, kind of fixing it, and next guy up, let's go play football.
Looked like Cade was ready to go when he was warming up on the sideline. He was like, let's do this. Cade, he switched his mindset. He was ready to roll and make the most of his opportunity.
You ever played a game with three centers before?
I have not. That's first for me.
Why is it with this? Is it just a spin with the left foot, or the left-handed toss back to you on the center being left-handed?
It definitely it's a big factor when you're under center. The ball's coming from a different way, just a different kind of grip on the ball.
How does Pickens change in terms of being like more of a go-to guy when Lawrence isn't out there and being able to count on him to make the big play?
George is stepping up. He's doing a great job of fulfilling that role and be able to go make plays when they're coming his way.
When you talk about Cade, I mean, obviously coming in at guard, is one thing, but to come in at center with all the stuff that comes with playing that position, kind of what does that say about his mental capacity?
Yeah, I mean, for him, it shows definitely his football IQ, what he knows, and for him and his body type and just the mentality he kind of goes with to work, and knowing that he could play, any position on the offensive line, whatever we need. It's a little bit of musical chairs with him sometimes, but I think he takes on that role and he kind of puts it on his back and says, hey, I want to go out and do anything I can for this football team.
And with this team as a whole in the offense, you guys might not have had that game where everything clicks, this year. But do you feel like this is a little bit of a survive and advance mode at this point? You guys got to do what? No,
I mean, for me, I think the inches are there, so close. On the kind of over route to Cager, and then the go ball there to Kieras there at halftime. I mean, we're so close on the inches, and we just have to execute a little bit better. When we get there a little tighter in the red zone, and I think we're so close. We're so close to kind of executing on all cylinders. I think sooner or later we're gonna break it out, and it's going to be really fun to watch. And man, I can't wait. I'm holding on to it because when we come in the locker room, everybody knows that we can play better, and that's just. You kind of have that feeling, and you want to play the best you can, and I think sooner or later we're going to break it out, and it's going to be exciting to watch.
Do you need to? When you see the way LSU and Alabama scored today, you're 3-4 weeks away. One of those.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about playing either one of those opponents right now, but for us to go play this next football game against Auburn, they're a really good football team. So, I mean, I want to play my best every single Saturday. I think that's the kind of mindset we need to have.
You lost Lawrence. You get him back last week. And you lose them again. Is that frustrating?
It's the next guy up. Let's go out and play football, and guys have to make plays.
Why has he been so important to you, and how is it easy to replace that after we saw that you missed him for a game and a half?
Yeah, I mean, well, he's a great football player. He's a big body. He's got good speed and he's got great hands. I think for him going up and making those 50-50 balls for him, it's a 99-1 ball. In my mind, and he has a great football IQ. He knows where to be and when to be there, and he makes plays.
How much can George replicate what Lawrence does and gives for you guys?
I think George does a great job of stepping up when his number's called, and for him to go out. We're always trying to focus on details with George, and George did a great job with the details of knowing what to do and when to do it. So we're proud of him, and really, really proud of him for going out and making plays when they came his way.
Jake, were you looking for George early today? I saw you did the chest bump with him afterward. Were you looking for George, trying to get him involved early?
Hey, man, let's go out and make a play. We're kind of sometimes you kind of work the play in, and you kind of put him in there, and you think a pretty good spot, and he made plays when they came his way.
Was there anything about Missouri's safeties that stood out to you in film prep for this game? Anything that you were looking for from them?
For them, they did a really good job of kind of following your eyes. They play a lot of single high safety, and you're supposed to kind of stay in the middle of the field, and for them, they're kind of all over the place and really trying to play football.
Were you expecting 9 to blitz a couple times? He got pretty close to pulling you up.
Yeah, pretty close. I mean, we know that they kind of have that in their little package, and for us, it's how can we execute and do a good job of picking it up.
Jake, looking ahead to next week, what do you think it'll be like with your brother on the opposing sideline?
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be really fun for us, fun for our family, and we'll be ready to go. Can't wait to see him next weekend.
How has your family been handling that this season, being in one place or the other?
Yeah, from what I understand, my family's done a pretty good job of kind of picking and choosing all the battles, and going to Mercer too to watch my other brother there in Mercer. But it'll be fun for us, fun for our family, and hopefully we'll have a big crowd there.
What do you think of your defense's performance tonight?
Yeah, man, it's unbelievable. I think it's the first time we've had 3 shutouts in a season since 1981. So, man, props to them. Really thankful they're on our football team and they go out and they play hard.
Red and black, blue and orange for the parents?
Oh, man. Jeez, stiff.